집행관, 알다시피 우린 수많은 행성에서 함께 싸워왔지만 설마 아이오에서 싸우게 될 거라고는 상상조차 못했네. 저그는 정말이지 만만치 않은 상대야. 아돌이 함께하길 집행관. 아이오의 적에게 신속한 죽음을 안겨주게. 집행관?
Enzaro Doom Executor. I am Judicator Termalis. I have been sent to inform you of the recent loss of contact with the province of Antioch, the once home of Praetor Phoenix. Scouts inform us that a psionic dead zone has been blocking all communication into or out of the province. This field appears to have no ill effect on our troops. However, without adequate communication, it is impossible to determine the status of our forces inside the province itself. Observer patrols report sporadic Zerg sightings in the outlying areas. Your first task will be to reconnoiter the Antioch outlands and subsequently establish a working outpost in the area. If there are indeed Zerg nearby, we must know as soon as possible. We await your report.
Colossus. Colossus. Confirmed. Loctari.
Take a look.
Input command. Confirmed. Nagatsur. Initiated. Commencing. Initiated. Samkaladas. Kola.
시공의 폭풍은 정말 최고야!
You must construct additional pylons.
개똥 같은 소리 집어쳐.
A few moments later.
Instructions.
뭐야?
Entaro Doom Executor. It appears as though our suspicions were correct. Our forces in Antioch have been once again overrun by the Zerg. You must lead a detachment of our strongest warriors to free our brethren and liberate the temple located in the heart of the province. Joining you on this mission will be the twin warriors, Korun and Nurok, who have fought side by side, even after a fatal blow forced Nurok to take up residence within the cold shell of a dragoon. Though our resources have been spread thin, it is our belief that you should be able to rout the invading Zerg with a minimum of difficulty. Our scouts will continue to assess the situation in the surrounding areas while you conduct the rescue. Go now and leave no Zerg to flee elsewhere.
strength. Kalis, Jadich. For the homeworld. Jadich. Storm Core. For the homeworld. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
고절하니! 아니, 내가 고절하니! 이게 무슨 소리야! 이 고절하니! 내가 고절하니!
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm afraid I bring bad news. Although your victory has granted our forces a brief reprieve, we still have been unable to determine the source of the psionic tempering field that continues to surround Antioch. And though you are currently our only link to the province, we must, in spite of the risk, turn your attention to a more urgent matter. The Zerg have begun to encroach upon the Temple of Japok, to the south of Antioch, long an important center of psychic attunement for the Templar caste. Contact with Japok was lost a mere 2 days ago, but we are assuming the worst. You will take a small contingent south toward the temple. If our forces there are still intact, aid them in whatever manner you deem fit, and push back the invading Zerg. But protect the temple at all costs. If it were to fall, Antioch would soon follow. See to it that it does not.
Attune give me strength. I follow the Gauss path. I live for the fight. Storm Core. For the homeworld. Storm Core. Kalis. Storm Core. Executor, Corin, Lorak, and Charles. Huh? Zarajun? How can it be? How can it not? Yes, my young warrior, it is me. I thought, no matter what you thought, the House path has led us where few others dare go. We come to end your fun with the Zerg. So be it then. As is plain to the untrained eye, we have been surrounded for days. When we resist the enemy attacks begun to slow, barely allowing us the time to rebuild. Our guards lost in the last attack. What is worse, we have felt a vague draining of energies, as if some presence was suppressing our psionic link. We still have much left to do, but with your help, we will push back and obliterate these abominations. So be it. Executor, a thought. If we were to fortify the plateau above, near the pillars, with shield batteries and photon cannons, it might allow us more breathing room.
아주 좋소.
I heed thy call. We are under attack. The warriors have engaged the enemy. My gratitude to you, Executor. Japok will continue to stand as a beacon of light for the Templar, thanks to you and your comrades' bravery in the face of encroaching darkness.
Enthusiasm is very touching, and we are all extremely pleased to know you are among us once again, Nanoth, Tyradun. But I'm afraid the Executor's business is far from finished. If what our scouts tell us is fact, then there will be more than enough coming darkness to keep us all on our guard. Executor, one of our long-range reconnaissance parties has detected a massive cluster of Zerg forces to the west. Scouts reported a weakening of shield energies commensurate with increasing physical proximity to the cluster's heart. The few observers that reached the heart before losing power relayed images of a large cocoon in the center of the hive. We believe this cocoon itself to be the source of the psionic drain. Now, if memory serves, the Terrans dabbled extensively, though crudely, in the harnessing of psychic energies. Before being called back to defend Aya from invasion, our fleets detected a small Terran outpost on the surface of Jar, emitting strong psionic carrier waves.
And why has the Conclave ignored this settlement?
At the time, other concerns pressed us. Now, however, that outpost may hold the key to countering whatever power the Zerg have been gaining over our forces. Executor, you will lead an expedition to the surface of Jar to pinpoint the location of the Terran settlement. I will be joining you on this mission to oversee your progress. With any luck, we may find some of the answers to this mystery.
Corum and Urok will stay with us at the temple to guard it from further attacks. Hold strength, Executor, and may Ajun watch over you.
According to the sensor probe, the signal is emanating from the southeast. Awaiting your thoughts. If I must... Certainly. If I must... Of course.
어림없는 소리.
Certainly. Of course. I am listening. If I must... Certainly. Certainly. Of course. Waiting your thoughts. You have a request? If I must...
열받아 씨.
홀랑말라 아이
I am listening.
이것은 수류탄이요.
I am listening. If I must...
Awaiting instructions.
Quest? If I must... Of course.
Right, hold your fire. Looks like we've got company of a different sort for a change.
Identify yourself, human.
Name's Mox, Charlie Mox, commander of the Char Star Reserve. And you would be?
Adjudicator Termalis of the Protoss High Command. We seek to identify the source of the psychic carrier waves emanating from these coordinates.
Well, if our ESP boars aren't the source of it, you must be talking about the old underground Morian mining and research facility to the southeast, not much more than a stone's throw from here.
I assume the source of the psionic emanations may be found in the installation itself.
Oh, sure. The only reason we haven't checked it out is a swarm of Zerg keeping the airlock company. A whole lot of the buggers got the place packed in tighter than a joey in a wallaby's pouch. But if you ever got your hands on whatever it is that's causing those waves, sure our scientists could take a look at it.
Very well, but we will require heavy escort.
Right, well, Gurney here's my second in command. This squad's been through a lot, but he's the best there is. Ain't that right, Gurney?
As long as there's plenty of beer.
No worries. So, you up for it, mate?
Agreed. We will hold position here until your forces are ready. Easy. It's Miller time. Let's party.
Hey there. Howdy.
I see you have constructed this outpost around the remains of an inactive volcano.
Yeah, Mount Midnight, we like to call it. tapping the core, using it as a geothermal power source. Makes a great hobby for our scientists, too.
두 번씩이나 이 거지 같은 섬에 버려지다니.
Find you, target.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
I heed thy call. Finally.
Yeah? Commander, give me something to shoot.
없어요.
이건 너무한 거 아니냐고, 시발.
Buckle up. Give me something to shoot.
I'm here. I'm up for anything.
What's the story?
Standing by.
Finally.
Input coordinates. Go ahead, HQ. I copied it.
What? What the fuck?
I'm here.
Got a smoke, mate?
Go ahead, HQ. If I'm lost. The task is simple, Executor. Find the source of the carrier waves and, if possible, retrieve it from the installation. Commander Marks will join you while the rest of us prepare for your return. Move swiftly, for the Zerg will waste no time in sending reinforcements. Adun be with you.
Did you hear that?
Alright, people. Stay frosty. We've got Zerg in here. I know a bit about this place, so if we can find the security terminals, I can get us where we need to go. Yeah, go ahead. Now, that's a bonzer idea.
Ghost reporting. I hear that.
Unauthorized entry detected.
I'm gone. Never know what hit him. Ghost reporting. I hear that. I'm gone. Finally. I'm here. I'm gone.
Let's move it. Sounds about right. The bonzer idea. No worries. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Bonzer idea. No worries.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Got a smoke, mate? Sounds about right. No worries. Alright, let's move it.
The enemy.
Mark's here, what's the plan? Now that's a bonzer idea.
If we tag along.
Got a smoke, mate? Now that's a bonzer idea. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. Alright, let's move it. Sounds about right. Alright, let's move it. Now that's a bonzer idea. Move it.
Standing by. Let's move.
I'm here. Finally. I hear that. Never know what hit him.
If we tag along.
I'm here.
What's the story? No worries. Now that's
Security
a
cameras
bonzer idea.
activated.
Mark's here, what's the plan? Sounds about right. Mark's here, what's the plan? Yeah, go ahead. Sounds about right. Now that's a bonzer idea. No. What's the story? Alright, let's move it.
Call the shot report.
No worries. Sounds about right. I've got a bad feeling about this. Mark's here, what's the plan? I'll be damned. Telepaths on ice. This ain't a mining base. They were gearing it for something big. Ghosts in cold storage. But why the psi emitter? Why lure the Zerg here? Just doesn't fit. Maybe the boys on the hill can make sense of it.
Well done, Executor. Once the Commander's scientists have examined the emitter, we may be able to modify the device to act as a field disruptor, in order that we may counter the Zerg dampening field at the source. While you have been working, the Commander's forces have withstood repeated attacks from continually advancing waves of Zerg. Unfortunately, sensors at the base have detected a massive Zerg swarm to dwarf all previous attacks headed for our position. Within a matter of minutes, every escape route will be closed. I have not been idle, however, during your absence. As we speak, 3 shuttles of Protoss warriors and an escort of our fastest scouts, spared from Aya's defenses, have already made their way past the enclosing blockade and will be landing at the outpost momentarily. In addition, the still larger fleet assembles even now in high orbit over the planet. We must hold out long enough for our brethren to arrive in force. Return with the emitter to the Terran camp, Executor, and together we will defend it from the Zerg until the time is right.
Got a smoke, mate?
Strap yourselves in, boys. I'm listening.
Yep,
Go ahead, HQ. Hang on, we're in for some chop.
Executor, the shuttles have arrived.
Buckle up. I copy that.
Alright, we need to buy our scientists some time until the cavalry arrives.
Everybody keep your eyes peeled.
I read you. Affirmative.
Contact. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Jacked up and good to go.
I read you. Affirmative. 92, sir!
We are under attack.
I read you.
Instructions.
Executor, the fleet has arrived and is ready to escort us back to Ayur.
Perfect timing. Boys in the lab have made some modifications to that psi emitter. They should be able to amplify your own psionic matrix and counter the Zerg psi field you've been talking about. I just hope it's worth all the trouble we've gone to.
We will know when the hour is upon us, Commander. The Conclave thanks you for your assistance.
No problem. Just fry some Zerg for me back home. Good luck.
Executor, the time for action has come. Now that we have the capability to counter the dampening field and remove any and all Zerg presence from our lands, we must establish a stronghold near the very heart of the cluster located to the west of Antioch.
It will not be easy to make it all. As the Executor well knows, we have little in the way of forces to spare for such an expedition.
I beg to differ. We have just received word from the High Command. It seems that the Auriga tribe has managed to rebuild a substantial portion of the fleet, enough to spare for a decisive strike into Zerg territory. The key to mounting this offensive will lie in the establishment of a central command post near the Zerg hive from which we may summon our ships of war. The Zerg defenses are too strong for a fleet to penetrate from the outside, but if the fleet is warped in from inside the cluster, we stand a greater chance of destroying them. The emitter in your possession will allow you to function while inside the Zerg field by amplifying our psionic link. In light of this, however, we advise that only a small contingent of warriors will be able to establish an outpost and remain undetected. To this end, Korun, Nurok, and Thyradun and a small complement of warriors will serve as your personal escort. The emitter itself will be installed in one of our fastest scout ships. Air superiority will be crucial. You must therefore nullify the ability of the Zerg to spawn airborne minions. The emitter will amplify our psionic link just enough to allow the warping in of the fleet, although you will likely still experience an energy drain of some sort. Move with discretion, Executor, for the emitter will eventually betray your position, and your forces will be at their weakest once inside the Eye of the Storm.
Set your mind at ease, Judicator. We will do what we must. Judicator was correct. I am, even now, growing weaker. But no matter. Onward! Shogun, I'm waiting command. Order I will follow. I stand ready. Your energy. Contact. Sarah. I long for combat.
Executor, our vindication is at hand. The Zerg Air Force has been scattered, their swarms broken. Now is the time to take final action. We move against the very heart of the Zerg infestation, the central hive cluster which guards the source of their psionic field, the cocoon itself. We are rallying our troops even now as the rest of the fleet arrives. We will need every last warrior and scout that Antioch can spare for this foray, since the Zerg field will render our forces weaker than they have ever been.
You speak the truth, Judicator, but alas, I can no longer aid you, since I am growing weaker by the very minute while in the presence of this corrosive force. I fear I will be of little help to you.
There is no cause for distress. You have already served the Conclave more than amply. Return to Japark, Brave One, and safeguard the teachings of Adun for generations to follow. You will be of greater use there.
So be it, Adjudicator. May the color guide you all to swift victory.
Our path is clear, Executor. We only need...
Adjudicator, we are receiving an incoming transmission.
This is Commander Charlie Mox to Protoss Forces. I repeat, this is Commander Charlie Mox to Protoss Forces. Do you read?
We hear you, human, as well as the urgency in your voice.
Yeah, well, that's not the only thing you're going to hear unless you keep an eye open. I finally figured out what that sign meant. It was doing the old Morian based on Jaw. Combine was breeding its own telepaths to wage a psychic war with the Terran Dominion. But that's not the bad part. Bad part is that they were luring the Zerg to that installation to round them up for a strike on Korhon. Apparently, they weren't too pleased with the demands of the old Confederacy for financial reasons. When we brought the emitter topside, it was no wonder the Zerg swarmed us.
Curious, I wonder if this Combine has detected the psionic field that the Zerg have been projecting on Aya.
Sorry to burst your bubble, mate, but the Combine created that field. They knew that if they tried to use the Zerg against Arcturus' forces, your boys would destroy all parties involved like you nuked Chow Sara back when this whole war mess started. All the Combine had to do to distract you was just drop an emitter in the middle of the hives left on your planet and let the Zerg do the rest.
Then it would seem we still have much work ahead of us once Antioch is freed from the Zerg.
Maybe, but you might be interested to know that a Kilmorian detachment is on its way to the heart of the Zerg just right now. I guess they didn't take a shine to having their emitter stolen. Well, anyway, that's the thick and thin of it.
Our thanks to you, Commander. We realize you have taken a great risk in providing us with this information.
No worries. Hell, it's not like I'm working for them anymore. Anyway, good luck. Moss out.
Executor, we await your orders.
Shogun?
I am listening.
Command, and I will serve.
We gotta move. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Fire!
Too easy.
Oh, g'day, mate. Just thought me and the boys would lend you a hand.
Here to, how shall we say, fry some Zerg, are you?
Well, now that the hour is upon us...
I see your point. Welcome to the fray, Commander.
Orders, Captain?
Call the shot.
Go ahead, HQ.
Good day, Commander. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Nothing like pirates on the barbie to whet your appetite.
Executor, the time has come for us to end this psionic storm once and for all.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Awaiting command.
1단계 방출기 작동 시작. 3, 2, 1.
Now that is what I call carnage.
Oh, come on, mate. That was in bad taste, and you know it.
Commander, Executor, the tides have turned. Already our strength is returning. The Zerg that are left here will present little threat to us now. We have succeeded. Antaro Doom, Executor. You will be pleased to know that in the past several days, Antioch has been able to rebuild much of its former glory with the help of its neighboring brethren, and that several of the fleeing Zerg broods have been dealt considerable damage by our newly rejuvenated warriors. While this certainly bodes well for Io, the information that we received from Commander Marks casts an indelible shadow on every moonrise we witness. If these Terrans stand complacent in their imagined ability to control the Zerg, we may very well have another full-scale war on our hands. As for the Commander himself, I believe he has something to show us. In orbit. You have a request?
G'day, mates. Welcome to New Brisbane Station, my little corner of heaven, now that hell's frozen over. Right now, we're still in the heavy stages of construction.
I see your time has been well spent.
Well, I figure since I'm not going to work for Minsk, and since I sure as hell can't go back to the Combine, I might as well set up shop right here in case you need a favor sometime.
We appreciate your generosity, Commander.
Oh, don't mention it. Feel free to stick around while we get this place up and running. The next load of SCVs should be due in about, 20 minutes, with a dropship full of resources.
This can't be good.
What? What is it?
You're not gonna believe this.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.